it's weird. I feel like it should be coming through, but I know it's not. I see what Sam's talking about here because there's no desktop audio coming through, which again is usually a good thing. For people to hear the brilliance of Bill voice. So
For like
oh,
notification purposes.
there you go. You should be on that. I see it. It's moving now. Okay,
Okay, cool.
we should hear Bill. At least the
We'll let
monitor's
Sam
moving when he talks.
inform us. There you go.
Yep. So they can hear now. Great. Okay. I see what I did. All right. Well, without further ado, I mean, I'm just gonna jump right into the game here. Says it's ready to play. Join the Aloy She Braves the Forbidden West. Um, quite the highly anticipated video game here. This is one of like several games in this early 2022 slot that are kind of dominating the internet here with Elden Ring launching literally just 1 week from today. So
Yeah, it's actually a really busy um, first quarter for 2022. I feel like that it's I think it's happening more often now. Like obviously with the pandemic things get delayed from
yeah.
like their Q4 intentions into Q1, but I also think that some folks are just like developers and publishers are just recognizing that it's easier to stand out when you're not trying to release it like October.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly like probably the busiest Q1, I think, at least since I've been the handful of years that I've been doing this.
Mhm.
But it's interesting. I mean, hey, we're getting some intro here. I can tell that is Lance Reddick speaking, who
Yep.
you
Commander
and
Zavala.
Sam, yeah, I was gonna say you and Sam are probably quite familiar with all this
Yes.
Destiny 2 stuff.
Your PS5, right? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, no PS5. I guess traditionally I probably play a little bit more Xbox, honestly, but
Oh, I just meant this game in particular. Like, I
oh,
didn't
oh yeah,
realize
yeah,
it. I
oh
was like,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
not on PS4.
Yeah.
So one of the first things I noticed was that I had a much better time on performance mode over resolution. I guess
Oh
that
yeah.
really depends on your display,
Mhm.
but if you're playing it in 4K, I was like, it was a little wonky on resolution for me. So performance, though, like whatever resolution downscaling it does to maintain 60 FPS, I never really noticed it. So.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna roll with performance mode. That's been kind of my default with all of these like next gen games. Even with like Miles Morales, Spider-Man, like I don't know, the high frame rates. That's much more visually pleasing to me than the ray tracing and stuff, which looks neat. Like I'm sure I'll toggle it on at some point just to like look at it, but I was never much of a like graphics junkie, so I'll always take performance.
I mean, it still looks
Stuff like
beautiful.
that.
There's
Yeah,
no doubt about that. So
yeah, that's my thing. It's certainly not that big of a drop in quality either, playing on performance
no,
mode.
no, I'm more likely to notice missing frames than I am
Yeah.
to notice like that they had to downscale a little bit. But yeah, there is never a point. Like I never looked back. I was never like, this would look better if I did this. Like it looked fantastic. So there was no concern there.
Yeah, I can appreciate their opening like explainer here. It's just like, by the way, you either didn't play the last game or you just forgot what happened. Here's all of it in 2 minutes. I
Yeah.
know the game came out at a very weird time. It was like, was it the same day as Breath of the Wild on the Switch, or like the week, or they were like released right alongside that game? So I know it got
Yeah, I'm
very
not sure.
overshadowed.
I'm not
Um,
sure, honestly. Yeah, I honestly I played a bunch of the first one, but not the entire thing. So I kind of had to duct tape my understanding of what happened together from my own playtime, and then doing some extensive reading about like the events of the first game, and then obviously this little intro that they have here is very helpful as well.
yeah.
But I didn't love the first one, weirdly, and
Okay.
um, I'm a big open world junkie, but the key is the open world. Like I can let an open world game pass on, a weak story if I really just love being in the world. And I just didn't really love the world in the first game, honestly. I mean, maybe it would have gotten better. hour 40 or 50, but you know,
Yeah.
like hour 20, I was like, okay, I'm not digging it.
That's fair, but that complaint doesn't apply to this one. You like the what they do with the world in this one a lot better.
Oh yeah, it's I think it's honestly just really the difference between like a first draft and a second draft or a final draft. You know, like they obviously learned, and you know, hindsight is 2020, and everything here is better in my opinion. There's lots to do in this world, and I really enjoyed discovering things. I really enjoyed like finding collectibles and just like at one point early on, actually, I came across like a level 49 like machine, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hide in this bush and shoot it for like 2 hours, just to see if I can, and I did, and it died 2 hours later. So, but it literally took me 2 hours of like flinging arrows at it because there was no way that I could battle that thing head on and stay alive. So
yeah, that's what something that I'm really excited to get into is just finding all of the new like weird mech dinobot creatures that they've come up with. I know they've introduced a bunch of new ones in this game.
Yeah.
Looking,
Yeah, there are definitely some new ones, and they are very cool. I think that like, and as a colorblind person who can see the colors but just doesn't know what they are, I was like, wow, those are really pretty. Like, especially at night when you see like kind of like the lights from machines lighting up. That's it's very neat. So.
For 1,000 years.
But yeah, I think you'll find very quickly, you'll be like, oh, okay, this is what the PS5 can do. Like, we got some of that with Ratchet and Clank, but I think we're gonna get more of it here, or at least I feel like we did.
yeah, it's cool to kind of just experience that evolution in real time with these next gen systems. And even Horizon's going to be on, they already announced it's going to be on their new PSVR. I think it's just PSVR 2. It's got an experience coming on there. It's cool. It's becoming another Sony landmark franchise that they can pull from.
Yeah, and I suspect they will. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't, right? So we don't make one game anymore, right? You make 10. So and if it's a good game, I mean, great. You know, let's do it. I mean, I don't know a lot of people that wouldn't be down for like another Uncharted or another Last of Us or another Ratchet and Clank or more Spider-Man. Like, everybody wants all that stuff.
Oh yeah, as long as people are eating it up, you will get it for sure. We're still on cinematic here. Even though we're in the cinematic, like I'm getting all the not HD rumble, that's Switch. All the like haptic feedback and stuff in the controller, like the rain falling, stuff moving around.
Yeah, I think what's cool is that it gets to a point, and not just with this game, but like the controller overall. Like, the more that people, like developers, use it effectively, the more that I think you just become immersed. Like, you start to like subconsciously you realize that it's kind of like giving you feedback.
Yeah, for sure. That's been my experience as well. It doesn't feel like much of an obstacle. I almost, like you said, I stopped noticing it after a while. But even like just now, she like pulls the bow back and then feel the drawstring and stuff. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and they do use it effectively here. You know, I think the most effective use is when, again, like, you don't realize it's being used, but then there are times when it's obvious that you're using it, such as the triggers being more difficult to pull. Like, if you're like trying to pry something open, you know, there's a lot more resistance to it. Or if you're trying to like deliver like a powerful bow shot or something like that, and there's just more feedback than normal.
Yeah, it's very cool technology. It is one thing that I wish that they would kind of adapt with Xbox, but who knows?
Right.
It's okay.
After everything
That's really good.
Nora and my family, I swore an oath to help you.
I don't know.
What part does, sorry?
So this cutscene looks really good. I don't know if it's got me on like what mode I'm playing on by default, because I don't remember picking unless I just wasn't paying attention.
I think you might by default be on resolution, but I'm not entirely sure.
Gotcha.
I feel like I had to change away from that. So
okay, I'll wait until we get into gameplay to do a little.
But at the same time, if it works, hey,
yeah,
you know, no need to change it until there's a need to change it.
Also very true.
I'll give you another one later and show you how to back up your data.
Are you looking forward to this game, I assume? I think I've heard you mention that.
on the
Yeah,
base.
I
Cover.
barely touched the original. I couldn't tell you very much of anything that happens in that game. Again, it was just not the best timing of release when that game came out. I actually didn't even have. I didn't have my PlayStation when it came out. I got it later on because I was getting ready for like Spider-Man was coming up.
You see like
Um,
this all the time?
but
Since I was
still, I mean, just as somebody who obviously covers the industry, I'm still a big fan of these single-player open world games. Can't ignore it. I mean, it was definitely something I was looking forward to playing. Same thing with Elden Ring, honestly. Like, I'm not a Souls fan. I played like an hour of Demon Souls a couple years ago, and like, was very. I was like, this is my game, but I mean, I'm still very much looking forward to Elden Ring. Just because
Yeah,
it's almost like an
I
event release, you know.
I agree. And it's not just Elden Ring or Horizon, but also, like if we get Breath of the Wild too, like I've
alright.
kind of made myself
Scrapes on the way here. We should find some
a
innocent folks and
resolution
stop
this
up
year
there.
to actually
So
play and
it's
beat more
time
games,
for your
you
first
know?
lesson with the
Um,
Focus.
and not
Yeah.
just games that I would play
Let's
and
get
beat, but
started.
like maybe even games that are a little bit outside of my comfort zone. So like an Elden Ring wouldn't typically be something that I would dive into, but I feel like that if I
These
do,
lands
I'll
don't
be
look like the
rewarded.
ones in
So
the sacred lands.
Yeah.
The Focus
Alright,
helps
I'm
you see the
finally in
world's
the
blight.
gameplay here, dashing around. Alright, I'm playing on Explore mode, so it said that there's like less objective markers. I mean, it'll still tell me stuff, but
it's yeah,
um,
I mean I played on Explorer mode and I didn't like
There.
you can still
Explains
swipe
about
up on your
distinguishing
touchpad and it
protection.
will basically be like, go this way, dummy. So,
some moving here, movement feels good and whatnot, and some harvesting in. Man, Aloy can jump.
yeah,
Ugh.
Bitter?
yes you can.
Yeah, well, at least they make you feel better.
Now,
Alright.
one thing I did, one complaint I did see kind of going around, but I was curious if you had this
Might
when
want
you
to
were
grab one of
playing.
those plants along the way.
I saw people saying that like
Yeah,
she
good idea.
speaks like out loud to herself a lot. Like she gives you like a lot of clues and hints to stuff. Like she's always like, "Oh, I need to do this," or "Oh, I left this out," or "Oh, I can't pick that up," or "Oh, the boss is here." Is that?
Yeah, it didn't. I mean, I think one of the
If it
I
keeps
read a
going,
few
I'll keep
reviews
going.
after they all went live as well, just to see like hey, did everyone think I'm crazy or one of the complaints I saw was that
Those
she
ruins.
speaks
That's where we
about
need to go.
objectives a little too quickly, so you don't really get a chance to kind of like stare at a puzzle and be like,
Go for a
what do I
swim.
do here? Because like she's gonna give you the hint kind of like before you want the hint, I guess. Um, so I
Yeah.
did see that. My biggest complaint in that regard is more about
Backup?
whatever the
It's an
default,
AI.
like whatever my active mission is or quest. I could be like 3,000 meters across the map. She's like, I better grab these rocks. And it's like, no, we're not doing that right now. Like, I just
Yeah.
haven't deactivated the
Set of
quest. So,
instructions that can fix the world.
Okay. I'll have to
Sounds
see how that
complicated.
how it plays with me. That sequence versus underwater again, gorgeous. I feel like I'm gonna say that a lot playing this game, but I could have like if I wasn't on stream, I probably would have just swam around for like five
Looks
minutes
like
in
I left a nice find.
that little lake. That was beautiful.
it
Um,
is. Early contender for best water, maybe? I don't know.
ooh, that's a very interesting point. It'll definitely be up there.
Let's take
Um,
a closer look.
we'll have to see. I mean, you can turn Kirby into a water balloon in his game, so I'm sure he's gonna have
That
there's gonna be some
that
contention there.
feels like a win or two, right?
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
have to target the lock.
I'm like we're gonna over here. Second carcass. There we go.
Like as you can see, like you still have an objective marker on Explorer mode. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure
We better
how
grab
much
some arrows of our own.
more help they can give you.
Yeah, I was like, I guess guided mode's probably like putting the track on the ground, like GTA style. Like follow the yellow brick road.
Yeah, like it's blinking. So
Gather Ridgewood. Let's see. A little focus pulse. Right. So we're kind of just doing a lot of material gathering
Alright.
and
Now to craft some
expecting
arrows.
they'll have some cool reveal whenever the bad big dino robots start showing up.
there's there's a lot of gathering, but I am at the point now where I have so much crap that
Me too.
like it really
I was
accumulates
ready.
quickly. Especially like you'll go to a location and there's like 10 chests, and if you actually take the time to loot all 10 chests, like especially in the first like 10 15 hours of the game,
After
you
you.
will you will have tons of material very quickly. At least for the basic items. Like obviously, it gets a little more complicated as you go. So,
Yeah.
like if you're trying to make like advanced traps, you need something that's slightly less plentiful.
What was this?
Yeah, I was gonna say I was curious for your thoughts on that. I know you're a big
The transmission.
survival guy. I mean, obviously this
Anyway.
doesn't lean as heavily, or doesn't seem like it leans as heavily into that stuff as some other games might. Oh god, what do we have here? This is
Left Meridian.
quite the
Well, there was a fuss when people realized
odd
you
looking
were
setup.
gone. Then some of us figured you only would have.
Yeah, that one's a little wonky. I think it's because the conversation's still going.
More blight.
I think once
Yeah,
the
it's-
conversation is done, you were supposed to like go, like inspect that animal or something, but it wouldn't let you at the time.
Yeah.
Blight's not just
I
poisoning
think-
plants.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
It's killing animals too.
You were supposed to listen, not
Then
inspect.
people will get sick too.
I'm just running ahead.
We're not gonna let that happen.
Well, whatever did that to this poor animal, probably not that far.
Well, you're standing in it.
Oh, well, true.
So it's the blight.
Is-
Um, is like killing the earth essentially, and the animals and everything. So you are you're gonna fix that
Yeah,
allegedly.
Down this way.
does seem like we have quite the environmental crisis going on here. I'm no expert, but
Get to the grass.
Yeah, it's not good.
it doesn't seem so. Okay. We got our first Donovan. That's kind of cute. I don't want to fight that one.
Those dead machines have it on alert.
How do you want to handle
It wants to fight you.
Focus can help us.
Should've- It's always the worst ones.
Initial before we make our move.
it? Okay.
What I actually really enjoyed was going through this initially and being like unsure, like should I go for it? Should I stick it behind it? Like I don't really know combat. Like
Those are its
what should I
Yeah.
do? And then I replayed the first quest last night for our YouTube channel,
It's a weak spot.
and it's like you should use traps, and I'm like, nah, I'll just run behind it and stab it. It's fine. Like you know,
Yeah.
when you graduate from that very quickly.
Well, this is pretty cool here. I just did a scan on it's the Burrower, level 5, and pretty much, yeah, it's gives me a breakdown of pretty much everything I need to know about this thing. Its body, it's made of the outer casing. I can see its potential loot pool. It's weak versus fire. It's not strong against anything. Of course, all of this stuff like informs how you interact with it, how you approach combat with it, which is cool, right? I mean, it makes all the different not dinosaur robots, whatever. It makes them all feel kind of unique, not just different monsters that hack and slash it. Though it seems like you can do a lot of hacking and slashing if that's your thing.
And there certainly is. I do not like the hacking and slashing
Right.
myself.
Okay, concentrate.
I just find it very difficult to avoid damage, and I do not enjoy taking damage in games like this, so I tend
Yeah.
not to. There's definitely a ton of needing to go shoot a specific part off of a machine later on, especially because like as you get like better weapons and better armor and gear, and you want to upgrade that, like you're gonna need like, you know, I'm gonna need a snake tail or something.
Yeah.
And you may only be able to get that component by literally breaking the tail. Like it may not drop.
Ooh,
There's actually oh, that was well done.
thank you.
And your companion
Totally.
is beating
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say,
hell.
damn. Yeah, Varl is making sure this thing is dead. Holy crap.
It's data on the machine.
That was partially intentional, but
Yeah,
I'll take the credit for that.
kind of.
It's a lot of timing, and obviously timing and space, really. So,
Still after the
but I much
fuss
prefer
and
to
confusion.
stay as far back as I can and use ranged weapons.
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm definitely more of like a bow and arrow guy. Any game that gives me the option to use a bow and arrow, 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna use it. And if I don't, you must have a really bad bow and arrow.
This game has some really good ranged weapons. Like there's 3 kinds of bows. Warrior, which is like very fast shooting and for close range, like which would be good in like an arena boss battle. Hunter is like mid range, and then sharp shot is long range. And so like if you're, you know, I would I never really brought a warrior bow with me. I just never
I know
really
they
found
made
the
some
need
tech
to.
trades with Zero Dawn.
They've got spike throwers in this game, um,
Please register with
and all of these things have different modifiers
I
for
guess
damage
they want
types
us
and
to
whatnot,
check
so
in with them.
it can get pretty cool. So
I should be able to pry this open.
got a Last of Us vibe right now, doesn't it?
It does, with all the like kind of rundown, overgrown environments. Even as it's going on like the metal stairs, and they were just like covered in green,
Guess someone
which
dropped in from above.
yeah, it does give that Last of Us post-apocalyptic, our
Mm-hmm.
world gone vacant kind of vibe, which we also get oddly enough in that new Kirby game. I remember that was like the meme when they first revealed it. Everybody was like, "Is Kirby like in The Last of Us?"
Right.
'Cause it's got that same kind of vibe to it.
I think you're gonna see. I think you're gonna see it more. Like
What's
I'm
that
starting
stench?
to. It's starting to become like very obvious that like Sony exclusives are.
I'm tired.
They all have a vibe that's very. It's not very similar, but it is definitely familiar,
Acid.
right? Like that
Yeah.
action adventure, Uncharted, The Last of Us, like move the barrel, and story interludes and stuff like that. Like it's very. They all. You could play a game and be like, I'm pretty sure this is from Sony, even if you didn't know what platform it was on. So.
Yeah, I'd say that's accurate. And I even saw somebody, I guess they also had played this for review, but they were saying that like you can also kind of see all of the Sony studios kind of learning from each other, like playing through Horizon Forbidden West. They're like there's like The Last of Us 2 in this game. Like I can feel elements of like Naughty Dog in this game. Those developed by Guerrilla. Like I can feel them all kind of learning from each other and implementing stuff.
Yeah,
They're
absolutely.
picking up.
There's definitely a little bit of God of War in here.
Mhm.
There's definitely, and I know it's not Sony, but there's definitely some Monster Hunter world in here, which you'll see. But yeah, like kind of like that, using a tool to sort of like interact with a blockage in the environment, like you're about to kind of thing. Like that's very,
I think I got
very
something.
Sony.
Yeah.
But in terms of
Some
like
kind
the
of
reference to
monster
God
or
of War,
food.
like in that game, you
This
would
hook looks like it
find
can
something and you're
latch
like,
onto
oh, I
this.
can't go down this road because this thing that I don't have is blocking
It looks
the path.
broken, but
So you would
maybe
have to
we can
go
repair it.
later in the
It's
game
good
and
to
get that
do.
thing and then return to that area and go down that path if you
That could
wanted to,
work.
right? It was a way to sort of like make you come back to an area and revisit it. This game definitely does that, where you're going to find things and you're going to be like, well, I can't go there. And that's actually where I appreciated that Aloy has pretty snappy monologue or dialogue, just because you would walk up to something and be like, okay, I kind of want to climb that. And
Acid burned right
she would be like, well, I don't think I can do anything here, so I should come back later. And you're like, oh, okay, cool, I got the hint, I'm out of here.
Exactly.
I'm not supposed to be here.
So we're gathering here.
Good evening, gentlemen. I thought I'd just jump in and say hello.
Hello,
Sam,
Sam.
what is up?
Hi.
from the
This game looks
others?
absolutely gorgeous.
It is. It is really beautiful. And like right now, I've got it on like a monitor just because I'm streaming and I'm feeding it to Elgato. But I'm like, I gotta get this thing up on like a TV, stat on a
Yeah.
nice big screen. But it is.
Yeah, you
beautiful.
do. Like, feet up. Yeah, the whole
Uh-huh.
thing. Surround sound. Yeah.
Alright, I think I have
Yeah,
what I
just
need
in
to
like the
repair
opening
tool,
20 minutes, I'm like, damn,
or
okay.
maybe even make something better.
So
I would say, depending on how fast you play games, I would say you're probably in 40 hours if you kind of stick to the main quest and then like minimal side and exploration. I would put this game like full playthrough, collectibles, side quests, exploration, main story, like 100 hours.
Yeah. Ekoaka? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Yes, this is the new one. This is Horizon Forbidden West. It's going really well. Still very, very, very early on. Like opening 20 minutes of the game. But I'm liking what I'm seeing. Combat feels fun. World is beautiful as we were just discussing. So I'm digging it. Early impressions. Could use this pullcaster.
That's cool. I like it in video games where the obstruction is actually a major obstruction. Like, there's no way you could climb through it.
Yeah.
That's what that was. That's what that was. Like, there was no way she was gonna be able to squeeze through there.
What's this?
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, I wonder if I can just kind of like shimmy through here, but nope, it's fine.
Huh.
This thing right here looks
What's this thing for?
like it's
Oh my gosh! Look at the
Like it's
light coming in
important.
on those palm trees. That's
Right?
fantastic.
We were just talking earlier. We're probably gonna have a front runner here for. Well, we were talking about best water, but I mean, it'll be up there for best graphics. I'm sure when we get to
Yeah.
our end of the year stuff. Definitely one that
And
we'll
Sam,
have to.
you're looking at that through
What's that?
Twitch.
Yeah, I'm looking at through
Yeah.
like 3 layers of compression.
I was gonna say,
It is
Yeah.
gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous.
yeah, this dude-
One of the things that was actually cool is like I saved when I was reviewing it, I saved a lot of things for after I finished the game. So a lot of the collectible stuff that I did it after I finished the game, and I unlocked something through the process of the game that I won't name, and it gave me the ability to circumvent quite a few things. The game's like, we want you to do this way, and I'm like, nope, not gonna do it.
We'll find out.
I'm gonna do things my way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I checked out Dying Light 2. Played a few hours of it. It was good. I wasn't like blown away with it. It was kind of the movement and stuff felt kind of weird to me, but I didn't really play the first one, so maybe I just wasn't acclimated to it. But I thought Dying Light 2 was alright, but I need to get back to that at some point. Use your focus to learn more about your surroundings and the puzzles. Alright, cool. I'll just do my slow focus walk here and see if I can pick up any environmental details. Oh, there we go. Oh,
Not yet.
thought I was supposed to swing here, but I don't think I am.
Scanning the area with my focus
Maybe I'm just supposed to shoot
activated.
with an arrow.
Show me.
Nope.
No.
Oh, you know what? I might just supposed to jump. No. Okay. Well, I tried 3 things and none of them worked, so I'm going back.
You were right the third time.
Get up there.
Okay, I am supposed to jump here. Exposed framework capable of supporting human
Jump
weight
twice.
can be grappled to when in range. Oh, double tap. Oh.
So jump once to sort of get the prompt, and then a second time to snake.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. That's probably better than I was trying to do the first time, because I tried to like aim at the thing with the grapple hook. Okay.
It's pretty
Don't worry.
it's pretty
Find you
forgiving
another
once
way
you
up.
get the hang of it. Like if there's one close, it just kind of grabs it. It doesn't really care if you're looking at it, which I appreciated because
Okay.
you might be busy.
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh, I was kind of alright. Hold on. I went like full Assassin's Creed there. I see what I'm doing. Oof. Alright. I can dig it. While moving to the spring.
Okay, I gotta drop the ladder for home.
Got it.
I will say that it was very obvious to me last night
God damn it.
how. Oh, look at you!
Damn it.
You
Moving too fast for
You're
my
doing
own
that
good.
again.
Yeah. Yep.
It was very obvious to me last night when I was playing this again, this mission again. I was like, not to say that there's anything wrong with the pathing and grappling and the rest of the experience, because there isn't. It's just that it's very well curated in this one.
Okay. Alright, I made it back to where I was. I can just slow my roll here. There we
There
go.
you go, Laurel.
Thanks.
Oh, Jesus. Doesn't seem like a great situation to find yourself in. Oh man, these doors. Nice and futuristic. Okay. Wow. That is pretty. With these like star or light sparkles here.
Humans, Homo sapiens,
This freaking guy.
us. We have always
I do not
pushed
like
the
his haircut.
boundary as explorers,
No, it's obvious very quickly. You're like, yeah, I'm not gonna get along with this dude.
Yeah, I'm like, as puzzle, I'm like, nope, we're not
That's
friends.
why we're proud to have
Even his name,
resurrected the
Oswald Allegorian.
When our government's abandoned in orbit, Far Zenith will actualize in less than a decade. But that's only the beginning. When the ship is complete, we will send the Odyssey and her crew where no one's gone before.
Nice.
The Sirius system.
Serious.
There, we'll create humanity's first off-world colony.
Little
The
off-world
Odyssey
colony.
may take 300
Sure,
years
that'll
to
do one
reach
fit.
it. But when we look up at the night sky, we'll know they're on their way. And in the words of our founder, the late Peter Chimbumbe, the true form of immortality is data corrupt. The playback stopped.
Oh no, the playback
No one wants
stopped.
to
How
fly through the
unfortunate.
sky? Between the stars?
Well, yes, sort of. That ship, the Odyssey, it never made it to the other star. Something went wrong, and it blew up.
One thing I will ask you to look at in this game, not even just tonight, but like forever, the eyes. Watch where they're looking during conversations and tell me if it feels off.
Okay.
And sometimes it doesn't happen like conversation, like in one conversation, but like just in the overall. Sometimes
Is it
when
kind
they,
of like Uncanny Valley, or
it's just,
Yeah, reactivate.
I think they zoom in on the face so much at times that it kind of like you lose the point of reference for the other character. And it looks like they're not looking at the other character.
Yeah.
like the eye lines aren't meeting up?
Right. Like the target is not where they're looking. Either everybody is like just completely sus, or they missed the target on the eyes a couple times. By a couple, I mean like several thousand. But
That stuff's always
No, no,
weird
you
because
know.
it's like once you notice it, you can't unsee it or unrecognize it.
Don't know, you
Yeah.
know about that with your. You've got a little bit of a film background, don't you?
A little bit, yeah. I remember learning about that stuff in school.
Eye
about,
lines and not crossing the line, and
yeah, I forget the name, but it's
Yeah.
like the 180-degree line. Ah, yeah.
That's it.
see, it's fine now because they're not supposed to be looking at each other.
Yeah.
I had a conversation in the game today, and I was like, wow, those two people are not looking at each other. And I don't think it's intentional. I don't think they're trying to look away from each other.
Yet.
Yeah.
Everything they said back then,
I don't know.
the
It's
next
funny.
step
Like I
was
remember I
humanity.
played like
It was all a lie.
Dark. No, it's Dark Pictures Anthology House of Ashes last year, and that was like one of the weird things in that game. Was like a lot of the times, the characters like their eyes in cutscenes were just like robotic almost, and I was like, man, that is very bizarre looking, very uncanny valley. What's that, going on in here? Oh, we got like a big garage door window kind of thing.
There. The backup. It should be stored in there.
Won't be able to swim across.
I guess we'll have to find a way around. Come on.
Let's do it.
The wilds have really grown over this place.
Yeah, you could just straight up swap Ellie and Joel right now and just keep going.
Oh wait.
You have the right idea, but I think if you're too close, the game gets mad at you.
Oh, I had
Because
to
it's
hit
like,
the
you're gonna
little-
pull a wall on yourself. Don't do that. So.
I see. I also think about aiming with the little hook there. I didn't
Yeah.
see that.
Deeper into the creepy ruin we go.
Let's see. Forward. Love these like red particle effects coming off of the blight there. Oh no, that is not good at all. Oh, I don't like that one bit.
Yeah.
Up here.
It's a little snake.
No, Sam. Not good. Alright, these guys I can deal with, but whatever the hell that was, no
Those things are
thanks.
calling some friends from underground. You take the left one. I'll deal with the
But it's like the next logical step for the series is you mean like robot kaiju, just go full like Mecha Godzilla type monsters.
Moving up.
Be honest, like I didn't. There were some. There's some machines I looked at and I was like, you know what? That looks like a blank. And then there were other ones where I'm like, that's big. Like it doesn't matter. It's just giant, you know.
Damn, spotted.
Nice.
That was a good shot.
Better than I was expecting.
Oh,
Oh wait.
Sneak up on it.
I think you were supposed to
Oh, the
stealth
silence
kill that
strike.
thing.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
I should scan it first.
Here it was.
Check its
It
patrol.
wants you to look at it and with your focus and then mark its path and use that to like get behind it basically.
Position where I can sneak up and strike.
Now the game wants me to be smart, so we might be here for a bit. Alright, highlight track. Yep. Let's do that.
It just does a circle.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay.
This is mission 1. They don't get crazy. It just does a circle.
Time to throw.
I like that you just threw a rock in the direction it was already gonna go.
I was gonna say, like, it was telling me to do it, but in my head I was like, I don't know if I need to, but I mean,
You
that's
really
what
know you don't.
that's what you want. Sure. I was like, it's
You don't
close.
really have to. I think that the main thing here was just that you weren't supposed to get spotted. I think that was the fail condition there. And then Varl is handling business.
Did you guys try Monarch? What is Monarch? Is it a game? Sounds like a game. I don't know or something. There we go.
I suspect we're
Let's
not
go.
going to try it
More
though.
of those machines ahead.
Anyone I can't handle?
Not. Snap, I don't know.
Yeah, you want to do that. That's for sure.
We go.
You can just
friends,
tap
hang out.
your R3 button, and if you're running around and looting, it'll kind of just let you know.
Okay.
Like, it's not as intense a focus, but it will cause things to sort of like a little icon to pop up. That was a good shot. Man, you have pissed off all the machines right now.
Yeah, you
There's
know,
no
I.
hut.
Okay, yeah, you know, for some reason I only saw the one.
Press up on your D-pad if you haven't already.
Yeah, just, got us in that back. Ooh. Here we go, now we're getting into some action. Look at Varl being a helpful sidekick. The rare, useful video game sidekick.
I've been meaning to mention. I noticed you have a. new
Dude's doing
worker
more
these
work than I
days.
am.
Yeah, I know.
One
Didn't
one
have a
thing
lot of
to
time shave when
did
I
you
was
loot
trying to
those
catch up to you.
machines, Don?
Don't worry, it's not
I
permanent.
think I got one of them. I might have.
One of
Sorry,
the
my whiskers.
one of the things that is useful information is if you hold down on the D-pad, like so you use your left and right D-pad to cycle through whatever your down option is, and then you up is always going to be your medical usage.
Oh.
But if you hold up, then you can refill from your stash. Like, so if you have like you can only have so many medical berries or whatever ready at a certain time, but you can
Yeah.
hold up to like refill them. And if you hold down over whatever item is currently selected with the down arrow, then you can craft more of it or just enter a crafting menu in general.
That is a good reminder that I need to gather some more medicinal berries. Oops. Dude, start sending out some more ping, because I'm sure I'm already past a good deal. Some more guys to loot, although we didn't kill these ones, so
We
mildly
managed to get
concerning.
a couple.
Looks like there was a barricade here. Machines must have broken through.
Loaded on metal shards already.
We got like 20.
Careful, traps ahead.
Oh god.
Disarm them.
Aloy!
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, again, if you can't tell, my mistake here is I keep like running past where the game was. I'm like getting ahead of the game.
I did that too, My problem is I don't read the things it's telling me on the side of the screen.
Might come in handy for
Yeah.
those machines.
And then I found myself like, I struggled with learning how to grapple, and then there's like an advanced grapple technique, and I struggled on that, and it's like, it's literally telling me like, if you hit this and then this, you will no longer be in hell. And I'm like, nope, I'm just gonna keep mashing this button.
Scrounge up enough materials from them.
Looking at a blast trap here. Someone trapped the explodes on contact or on shot. Deals 250 explosive damage. But I need machine muscle, blast plate, and yeah, I've got 131 metal shards already. But I need blast.
Everything
plates
you
and
need
machine
should
muscle.
be in that room.
I was about to say I feel like that stuff should be around here, right? Okay, so
Yep, everything you need should be in that room. And then it's like, hey, you should use traps, and then I totally didn't do that either. It's like,
blast piece here. I think there's some down here. Yep. Great. All right, now we can make our trap.
Craft a trap.
Oops.
There. Explosive trap made.
I'll make two. Why not?
If anything walks into one of those,
They're handy. They do a lot of damage, and the fact that you can highlight an unaware, at least an unaware machine's tracks,
over here. Hey, what?
is like you can basically set those traps up to be
Yeah.
in the way. I actually like the climbing. I heard someone that didn't like the climbing, and I was like, I don't know, I kind of like it. And I even like, if you just tap the R3, it will highlight the climbing path for you, of like what you can grab onto, and I don't know.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like the climbing.
Like, it works from a narrative perspective because the focus can do whatever the hell they want it to do, right? So
Yeah. So now that I have a trap, when I use the trap, do I throw it or will I just place it?
no, you just press down and it's going to go at your feet. So you're going to want to highlight the track of whatever it is you're going to throw the trap in front of, and then wait to put it in a spot. So if you like target one of those two machines, and if you highlight something with your focus and then hit R2, you'll mark it, and then you'll at least see a little fancy arrow all the time.
Maybe we could place one of those traps
That
you made
makes a
over
lot
there.
of sense. Okay. So here, I'm gonna sneak out, try to get this trap down. Oops. Go, come on, Aloy, come on, hurry up. You're taking forever. Oh, God.
Oh,
Oh, no.
that's a cooler death than I had the entire time. That's awesome. Yeah,
Oh
I
my
knew that
God.
you were in a little bit of trouble because I could see that one of the machines was curious about something they saw, and it wasn't the one you were trying to trap.
Oh,
So
God.
I was like, I didn't know that it had walked over there though. You should be good now because nothing's aware. Nothing knows you're there.
Yeah, wow, okay. That was funny.
I've seen this machine before.
Do something like
Scrounger.
that.
It's not in me.
Still have my
Let's see where its
traps.
weak points are.
Maybe
Yeah, I
we
think
could
you'd be
place one
okay
of those
now.
traps you made in
Should be fine.
Come on, get back. Bro,
Just
what are you doing
don't-
out here, dude? Oh, God.
I don't think they can see Varl. I don't know.
I was gonna say, I don't think they can, but it still stresses me out when he's just standing
Yeah.
out there in the middle. He's like, what's up?
Game's actually really good at like, I sat in a bush and shot some big machine for like 20 minutes to kill it in the main mission, and I had a companion with me, and they just stayed in the bush and let me do my thing. They didn't screw nothing up, so I was happy about that.
Good.
This machine
Nice.
is not in a hurry.
Nice. Cool, that's kind of satisfying. I like that. The fact that you can see their tracks and like set up traps, like you can, I'm sure in like later, more advanced situations, you could like rig a whole like thing. Like you could have different traps on different paths. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, there is
I
a
like that
limit,
kind of
but
stuff.
the skill tree will allow you to basically circumvent. Like, I think you can only put like 2 down right now, but then like there's the skill tree. You can be like, I can now put 4 down. I can now put 5 down.
Yeah.
I can put them down faster. And I don't know if you ever played any of the cauldrons. See, okay, so that machine is interested right now, like the question mark.
Okay, I
Um,
see. You know, I'm like trying to like reprogram my video game brain because obviously recently I've been playing a lot of Pokemon, Legends Arceus, and the way that game's like stealth works is like it has like this tall grass bush kind of thing, but the way that game works is like if you're crouched inside of that, like you just can't be seen pretty much unless you like start dodging around. So I keep thinking that I have like stealth immunity, so I'm like just sitting in the bush like staring right at it, but it's like looking right
So
at
a
me.
trick is if you move to the edge of this bush, like just move to the edge of it, if you were to shoot the machine from the bush,
Uh,
it might come to that exact location and look for you. So what I would do is I would go to the edge of the bush and I would shoot it. And then I would walk to the back of the bush, and even if it walked over looking for me, it
yeah,
wouldn't
you
find
wouldn't
me.
be right. Okay, yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
So you basically don't want to shoot from like a position where you cannot reposition. But if you could nuke that machine anytime. Yo, you're gonna do the trap thing,
We're
right?
clear.
Oh, no,
I'm
you're
just gonna go for a little cheeky stealth takedown there.
not.
Did
Nice
you
one.
backstab? Love it.
Please
That's
loot
just
the
so-
machines. You stress me out with your lack of loot.
World wins.
I'm just
I'm
like
always-
you are
I'm
not
always-
going to craft anything ever
Kneecapping
again.
himself.
Every place is different.
Please loot the machines.
I'm always so like self-conscious when I'm streaming. Like I don't want to like do something I'm like just middling around. But yeah, gotta get my resources in here.
It's midnight. Anyone that's here, they're not in a hurry.
It's also very true.
Gents, I gotta bow out. Good luck.
All right, Sam. Thank you
Later.
for stopping by, dude.
That's
Bye,
alright.
Sam.
I'm looking forward to seeing more, man.
Take it easy.
Take
man.
care. Bye.
Adios. Good old Sam. What's it like 3 o'clock in the afternoon for him?
It's tomorrow.
Good old
so-
Australia.
No.
Okay. Just got a bunch of sand and dirt and whatnot falling onto me. Oof. Alright. I gotta get up here. I can't, Okay, dang it. That'd been really cool if I could, like, pull the bridge down, but Aloy's not Superman.
No, I don't think you can pull the bridge down.
Here's, oh, obviously. It was like, we gave you a scan, dummy, use it. Ooh.
Right.
This is very Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
That's a big storm picking up out there.
Yeah,
Through here.
getting stronger.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Sam's like, I gotta go, and he just moves to chat and just continues to engage. I'm not complaining, but it is kind of funny.
Yeah. Now again, sometimes you need
Find that backup.
your
I think we're winding our way around to the data
silence.
center. We'll need to cut through that big building on the right out there. Looks like we've got to climb up.
Nearby climbing obstacles. Yeah, I know game. I learned.
Oh, there might be something to climb that I didn't realize.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Guess we won't be going that way.
Oh. Never mind. I think it legitimately... Because I was like, I don't remember being able to climb that, and they just literally took the path away from you, like, you're not actually
Yeah.
supposed to go up here. So.
Yeah, look around for stuff to climb. I'm like, ooh, here's 4 unassuming ladders. Of course.
That looks like the way we came.
I was wondering something like, there's an entire area over here, so I should have known that there was something. Wait. No, this is
You were
the-
right back where you were.
I was like, wait a minute. That's why there was such a big area over here. Well, this is only the second time that I've had to retrace my
Well, you could have
steps.
taken the ladder back. That's what you dropped it for, but you decided to go.
That's also very true. I'm just gonna act like that didn't happen. Alright, and we are back up here.
That's kind of the... I don't know if it's the fun of streaming, but it's fun for everyone else, is like... all those moments you have in the game where you're just kind of like relaxing and not paying close attention, so you're looking at the obvious thing for a minute or two and not figuring it out. Those are
Yeah.
just on display for everybody to be like, "What are you doing?"
Exactly. It's funny,
And
like
you're
it's something.
like,
Huh. A
It happened when I captured gameplay too for Greg, and I'm recording stuff, and I'm like, I do something, and I'm like, I can already like see the YouTube comment like in my head. I can visualize it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I did it last night at a part coming up here, and it was my second time going through it, and I still screwed it up. So.
but it's also satisfying when you do cool shit, and you're like, hell yeah, take a look at that.
Yeah.
Get
The
a
timing
little
on that
everybody.
heavy attack on that machine, I was like, oh, neat.
Yeah, that
Donovan knows
was
what he's doing.
a happy accident.
I think we have a wild Asif in the Discord.
Hey, yeah, I didn't want
Oh,
to
nice.
Donovan. Hey, dude.
Hey, what's up? I gotta share what's like the save my Discord notifications, bro. How goes it?
Well, good. I was playing some Rocket League with the folks, and we lost. And I turned on. I had the stream on because I changed the name of it for you earlier, but
Yeah.
I decided to tune in, and I was like, it's looking pretty good.
It's
How are you feeling? This is your first time playing it, right?
yeah, fresh save with the stream. I'm actually really liking it. Movement feels great. I've only done like 2 or 3 combat scenarios. They're really good. I was just talking to Bill about like stealth and setting traps and stuff.
Yeah, I was watching that. You were sneaking up on some robots and killing them.
Yeah.
Brutally murdering them.
We also absolutely hate the dude on screen. Not the characters, but that hologram dude that's no longer here anymore.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we were just talking about how we were happy that I was talking to Blake just now about how, like, the football halftime show at the Super Bowl, the big game, whatever you want to call it.
The big
There was this part where Dre was on the piano, and for a second I was worried that we were about to see holographic Tupac.
It's okay, bro.
I thought for a second too, and I was with my mom, and she was like, "Are they gonna do a holographic Tupac?" And I was like, "Oh God." I was like, I'm not ready for them to do that, or like the.
It's like super. I had like anxiety about holographic Tupac being at the Super Bowl. So when you guys mentioned not liking the hologram, I think that's kind of funny. And also, this is the Decima engine, right? Guerrilla Games made this engine, and it seems to be amazing for open world games, right? It's also used in this game, Death Stranding. Which has a lot of prominent holograms.
Yeah, it does.
It's called Gaia.
Yeah, there's
crossover
this game is definitely it's like, oh, we're on an SSD, are we? Cool. I'm just gonna have no load screens ever. That's awesome.
That's
very
PS5, man.
Yeah. I mean, if you fast travel, there's like maybe a 3 to 5 second load screen, but that's max. So
was that this Gaia?
Beautiful.
Yes, but she's
it is a
not
very
goddess or-
good looking game.
There isn't one.
It is
How can you be sure?
quite gorgeous.
Honestly, the original was for its time, and
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would say Death Stranding also
Will too,
is
with the
a
focus,
visually
but
impressive
for
game.
now, the report said they were going
And
to
it
start
does
a
look pretty
solo
solid.
copy of Gaia in the data center.
And then they did the director's cut on PS5. It looks pretty excellent.
I'll say this.
I just like this engine. I want more games in this engine, is what I'm getting at. This is the newest game in this engine, so happy to support it.
I would for a very like at the end of the PS4 life cycle and even through into some of the PS5 like until we kind of got a few games, I would always see a game on console and be like, I can't wait for it to come to PC because I really want to see it on PC. I have zero need to play this game on PC. Like, it has satisfied my need for graphics and performance.
We should keep
I'm good. Like, you know what? I'm sure that in 7 years when the PlayStation 5 is old and PCs are, far into the future or whatever, I'm going to be like, oh, okay, give me my, let me have this game on PC. But right now, I have zero need to replay this. This experience was just dandy. So.
Yeah, I feel that way about every PlayStation 5 game I've played.
down here.
Like they run very well, like they don't seem.
I think we're almost back outside.
Obviously, like they're not hitting like 60 FPS 4K or anything, right? Like a lot of the time, like you usually have to choose in a game between 30 FPS or 60, right?
Yeah, I think this one I played on performance, which was 60 FPS, and I think it's like 4K if it can manage, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, it's like trying its best to be that. So like that's where I do think just technically modern PCs could outperform. This game could outperform the PS5 on a modern PC, but who can afford a GPU right now?
Not me.
Or
You
even
can find one. Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, I mean like at scalper prices or at like those pre-built.
Oh yeah.
Like,
It's also very
have you
true.
seen what pre-built towers are going for right now? They're like 5K, 6K.
Way too much.
I'm like, are you serious? I built my Beast PCs for less than 4K. I feel like those are like the best investment in my life.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I just watched this guy.
You got kicked in the head.
I kind of got.
used to pressing the up.
I kind of got owned there. Yeah, I kind of just got owned. I was reaching a very desperate reach for the up button to
You
to
effed
heal
around
myself.
and you found
can-
out.
Try holding, try pressing. I don't know if you have to hold it. I can't remember. My brain would know what to do if I had a controller in my hand. But holding R3 brings up your concentration, which will slow time and a lot of times like allow you to.
Oh yeah, it's true.
But it's not on. I don't think it's on every weapon. I think certain weapons have that ability, and I don't know that your first weapons do or not. So.
You know what game has that scanning mechanic?
Death Stranding.
Except they have that little guy on your shoulder. Wait, does this game have a little guy on your shoulder?
No, but we got a Varl. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, you got that guy. Uh-oh. You've angered the robot water buffalo, Donovan.
All you have to do is dodge it until Varl kills it.
I was gonna say Varl is already
he's
a
done.
front runner for
Yeah, he's got it.
one of my
Oh,
favorite
he's like Bowser Jr. in Bowser's Fury. He's just there to help you out.
He's just cleaning these dudes up. I had an enemy earlier. I like landed a heavy attack, and he was like staggered with like an ounce of HP, and Varl hit him like 20 times, just wailed on it. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Is he just pure AI, or can you tell him what to do?
Nah, pure AI.
Interesting. It's
Based.
It's not always the case where an AI is that good at helping.
It's
No.
actually very good because if you are in stealth, even if you're attacking something from stealth, your companions will not break stealth. Like they won't just immediately charge.
Yeah.
They'll just
they're
chill
not-
with you. Be
They're
like,
not Leroy Jenkins. They will
no, it's
chill.
it's appreciated.
Yep.
But as
And
soon
then-
as you're detected, they Leroy Jenkins. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that's the way to go. Then.
Some of this gorgeous water here, which Bill and I were talking about earlier, is probably going to be
Best water candidate.
a huge candidate. Yeah, it's already going to be.
Some years we don't have the best water. Look at that waterfall, guy. Hold on. Go back there and look at that waterfall.
There's something. It's a very good waterfall. Just good water in general here.
Look at that.
Is there anything behind that waterfall?
I was gonna say I'm
I don't
trying to
think
like.
so. No.
I might be hitting a force field here.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, okay, but see, this is I'm not hitting a force field, but like the
Yeah.
current. Yeah, it's cool. And
They
even
Oh,
like
definitely
that's
use
good
current.
water. That's really
Yeah.
good water right there.
that is a
Their
great
video game
waterfall.
watering so hard right now.
So they
Yeah.
actually put force field in your way without breaking, quote unquote.
Yeah,
character.
it was
Yeah,
more
I
so
like that.
like the current just got stronger to the point where it was like, okay, you're done.
That's
That was
some
good.
solid water action right there.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you.
I'm excited to meet like, 'cause I know they've got like underwater like dinosaur bots that you can fight and stuff. So I'm excited for them.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
Well, there was the one, or at least you can see him. I remember in that
I
trailer.
will
it
say
shows, like,
this: I never
underwater.
fought anything underwater,
hmm.
because I'm a pansy that way, and I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. I am leaving the water. So
It's that I also have a thing like that IRO. It's like large things in large bodies of water. I'm like, You just try to stay away from them, you know, just a good rule of thumb.
Anytime I was swimming in my playthrough, I was looking behind me and using my focus. It's like, I swear, if there's a shark, I am piecing out. That is
Oh
it.
man.
I have this instinct whenever I see a waterfall in a video game to try to look behind it.
That's a good
Yeah.
instinct, though.
You got to. You're doing yourself a disservice if you don't.
Now, in fairness, I haven't checked
So
all the
just-
waterfalls, so...
You know, and our website has been giving awards for best water for several years now. And I think water in video games is just an interesting thing over time. Just how amazing it's gotten. Really, Sea of Thieves, I think, was the catalyst for us. We were like, we have to give this an award.
Yeah.
Smells like gold standard.
Are you looking for the
level
path,
stuff.
Donovan? Or are you just running around?
I might be.
You were kind of in the waterfall region, was kind of close.
I thought it was, but then unless I'm looking at stuff that I've already done, I was wondering what was going on over here with all of these
I think they just
ledges.
give you a lot of opportunities to backtrack.
So is there like a... How does the climbing work? Is this like,
very Assassin's Creed
Okay.
feeling, just with the how you mount up on the ledges and jumping from like
mantling?
But
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't
exactly.
climb everything. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could,
no.
yeah, you could find like a rock that the game doesn't. This game's not afraid to like say we don't want you to do this, so we just didn't make this climbable. So
No,
But
we weren't.
basically everything has a path up. I think I saw that as a complaint in one of the reviews, though, was that they were
Wait.
like,
Yeah. No, I see that in chat. No, we weren't too worried about Spider-Man puddles at Shacknews.
oh man,
We love Insomniac games. They
Wasn't that
make
a fun
amazing
time?
video games.
that they do.
yeah, you're on the right path
I
now.
believe that game
Oops.
actually won our game of the year that year.
Spider-Man 2018, it sure did.
Yeah.
I mean, Ozzy were pushing very hard for that, and we'll probably team back up again next year for Spider-Man 2.
I can't wait for Wolverine to come out.
That's also going to be great.
It's highly anticipated by me. I love Wolverine as a character. And, I would love a good Insomniac video game with Wolverine. It'd be great.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is gonna be cool.
get real violent
It's
with it.
different, you know. It's a little change of pace from Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. I love what they're doing with Miles and Peter, and like, yeah, more of that.
But to your point, like, it's good to keep it fresh, right, with a different character.
It's
Because
just
you get
a
the same
huge get.
formula.
Huge get by Sony. I
Yeah.
think it's like one of the best acquisitions, in my opinion. Like, Insomniac just makes outstanding video games.
Machines patrolling ahead.
But, you know,
We can take
all
a
these
look at
deals
track
though,
of them.
there is a brain drain that happens over time, right? Whenever a company gets acquired, people leave.
Yeah.
So yeah, you saw that with Rare when Microsoft acquired them.
Oh yeah.
And then, you know, like those devs go to a new company and they sell it again to Microsoft or something.
You better hope Varl's in the mood to fight.
Weird cycle. Hey, Varl's already. Oh man, these things do not play around. Okay.
What the heck is that thing?
These enemies like deal a lot of damage.
Yeah, you've
Oh, I'm out of arrows.
These
That
a little
is
bit.
really, that is not good at all.
you can craft them quickly in slow time. Just L1, and there you go.
Great. Look at Varl over here, just holding his own. Oh no! No.
Oh,
Oh, you're hurt. Oh, there's 3. Oh,
that's not right.
there you go. You're getting it now. You're getting it now.
I'm feeling the swing of combat a bit more here. Alright. That is really good. I really like the combat in this game. Oh, this thing's still alive. Alright, there we go.
Okay.
Do some nice body looting. Keep
I
Bill
don't-
sane.
There's
So,
actually
here's a
some.
question.
Sure.
Robot and water with electricity. How come you're not dead?
I like you just like the sparks jumping off of them.
Like
I think
in the
there was a-
water.
Point in the game where a robot actually electrified the water and killed me, but I don't think all sparks in the water will kill you.
That seems.
And I might be wrong. I just feel like I remember that, but yeah. What did
That's gonna be a point of contention for me.
on the heated best water debate? You're like, but it doesn't electrify.
Yeah, if there's some game that comes out with better water, in my opinion, putting that in my back pocket.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's certainly going to be some competition. I was telling Bill, I mean, you can turn Kirby into a damn water balloon in his game, so I'm sure that'll be something worth
Kirby
taking
could
a...
literally
Just
win
the
best.
fact that Kirby
something.
and the Forgotten Land
Someone's
exists
really
makes
okay
Game of the
with
Year a
not
very
going back to the
difficult
Sacred
debate.
Lands.
That's also true. That is, and that game's right around the corner. We're like just a month removed, pretty much.
That game's gonna
Good
be
move.
outstanding.
Is she
I almost
pleased?
choked when you ran out that door and then quickly turned around and grabbed the crate. I was like, no, grab the crate. Donovan's
Doing a nice, thorough.
I've watched you
once
run
over
by a
from
couple of them, and I'm like, all right, fine, I'll let that one go.
Let's see. What we got.
You actually went by one twice because you died and it put you back, and I was like, maybe he'll get it the second time. Nope. He did not.
Anyway, ooh, drop into a cutscene. Very cinematic.
They actually
Oh,
transitioned
no.
pretty well.
Yeah,
They did. I like that a lot. That I'm not a fan of what I'm seeing though. I'm actually quite concerned.
You need Sam Chandler's.
I was there's only one man who stands a chance against these things. He's dealt with
He
them
would
before.
just talk to them and they would just not attack.
We can find a settlement.
Oh God,
Convince some
why?
hunters to help us.
Why do they have to be robot snakes?
And we don't have that kind of time.
As long as there's not a robot spider, Bill, and I feel like you would have told me if there was. But as long as this game doesn't have like a robot tarantula or something, I'll be okay.
Now I will let you in on a secret.
Figure it out.
Oh no.
Just wait here.
There are, I think, 3 to 4 machines that I have yet to discover.
And there she goes.
Okay.
But somehow, I have not discovered every machine. I don't know how, but
sick.
I haven't, so we'll see.
Well, I'm gonna. Well,
Was that
if you
the
have-
animation people were mad about?
I can make it to
Oh God, I remember that. God, people are so.
Which one?
Remember that?
Where
My
she, like,
baby
propels
used the
down.
rope animation. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, wait till they find out about Mario's jump.
Yeah, somebody would like nothing better to do. Upload like a side-by-side build. It was like the animation of her doing the like rope jump thing in the first game and doing it in this game. They were like, it's the same, reused assets. And I was like, this is a like head empty, no thoughts kind of moment.
That's amazing, and I'll tell you a similar story. I get in trouble all the time for reusing forks and spoons. So,
Yeah.
no, I'm trying to just demonstrate the absurdity of that. Like,
Yeah,
it's the same world. It's literally just like further down the road.
Character. Same
It's-
swag.
It's this, yeah. It's the same.
yeah.
Come on.
It's like, it's such a dumb statement.
Every few years
I was
I
really
start.
taken back by it. I was like, okay. I was like, wow, this is where gamer discourse is today. Sweet.
Yeah. It's again.
What's
This goes back to
amazing is
like.
that there was a moment where the person who said that thought, got him, and it was like,
Yeah,
no.
in his head, like that
Yeah.
was a gotcha moment when you like put that together in Adobe
like-
Premiere, whatever the hell it was.
But this is probably gonna go viral, and it's like, yeah, but not for the reason you think it is. So.
It's gonna get dunked on by every dev ever. I'm surprised Shigeru Miyamoto didn't create an account just to dunk on them.
I think that there's a very good way, not even just to reuse assets, but like you can reuse, not reuse, but like by taking inspiration from other games. Like I kind of like the fact that there's pieces of this game that remind me of other games, and I'm like, it's just like a, mixing and matching, but at the same time it does its own things really well that I'm sure will somehow inspire a game a couple years down the road, and that's how
Yeah.
games work.
Yeah, literally. GD second over the side by side when the next Spider-Man comes out. Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
Oh yeah.
Puddlegate returns.
I think I seen someone complaining about the tall grass mechanic returning as well. Like, how it's like, oh, we're just gonna hide in the grass again. It's like you don't actually have to hide in the grass. You're just choosing to.
Gamers don't deserve to be happy. It's okay.
You can get out there and just fight.
Sharks I know what to do with.
I will say one thing that I think.
The game.
Did you? I think you broke yourself. There you go.
I was trying to like get through there. See.
One thing that I like. I'm gonna compare with something, a mechanic that I really liked is the looting in Fallout 4. I don't know if you played Fallout 4 or not.
Yeah, I like Fallout 4.
Everything had a unique look and like not a specific purpose, but everything did something, right? Like everything had a purpose or multiple purposes. But you knew when you saw duct tape, and you knew when you saw like Wonder Glue or whatever. In this game, I find it hard to kind of keep track of what it is I'm looting because it's all just like a flat square with an icon on it.
Yeah.
And I'm getting like 10 things at once, so I'm like, okay, cool, I got stuff, but I don't really know the significance of that stuff.
I would agree. The looting screen is a bit not as informative as I would probably like. Like right now, I'm just kind of by default looting everything and taking it all, but I'm sure that I'll hit a wall where I'm like, okay, well, I have maxed out scraps and I don't need to loot every pile of scraps that I see, but
I can't wait for that day because that's the day that you're going to run out of crap and you're going to need to loot more. So
also trying to figure out where they want me at here.
You could use your focus, Donovan.
You know, I'm hitting that. Oh, here we go. Look at that.
I think I saw a ladder. Yeah.
Are you allowed to say how long this game is, Bill?
I've already said it.
How long is this game?
If you do, let's say, the main story and like some side quests, some exploring, I'd say 40 to 50 hours. If you do a lot of exploring, if you do a lot of side quests and collectibles, you're probably looking at like 70 to 100 hours.
That's cool.
I like how your answer wasn't, yeah, I'm allowed to talk about how long it is. It was, I've already done it.
Yeah. We've gone down that road.
Yeah, he's like, we've already...
I figured. No, I figured.
I
I didn't want to like make you break embargo if that was the case. But yeah, I guess this game is out now. This game is out.
I have a guide going out the door tomorrow that tells you how long it is. So, this is where I got stuck, Donovan. You grapple and then press circle.
Tomorrow's guide's tonight, is what you're saying.
That's right. Yeah, I got stuck here twice, but apparently you have to hit circle like as you're pulling yourself up and to launch yourself in the air or something.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh, so like flings you?
Yeah, and that's literally the only time I ever used that move in the game, so I don't. You're good now. You can forget that's a thing.
Weird.
That's
Weird.
interesting.
Okay.
Because, well, last night I captured the first mission for YouTube, right? And I got stuck there again. Apparently, I must have gotten stuck there when I played it the first time. And the only reason I can think that I didn't know how to do that is because I'm like, I've never done that. Like, why would I do that? I don't.
Yeah.
I guess what you could do is you could I think what it's for is combat. So if you can sometimes find like they're not lampposts, but let's call them lampposts that you could grapple to the top of it. And I think you're supposed to like launch yourself in the air and then aim your bow to slow down time.
Well, that's kind of cool. I could see that. That was always my favorite thing to do in Breath of the Wild. Would just when I was like airborne, just slow down time the bow. Okay, here I believe I need to get up to the. Those bars are yellow, so it makes me believe.
Yeah, but there's other yellow bars around there you're missing, so that are much closer to you than those yellow bars.
Yeah. Yo.
Before you jump off the tower and put yourself back.
I know. I was like, I'm resisting the urge to just jump off this tower and get punished.
Yeah.
Glad I did that 'cause I found new routes. Ooh, that's kind of far. Sweet.
Made it.
So at any point in this game, Bill, do you like have like some sort of quick time event or some kind of cutscene that like where
No.
you transport to a different part of the biome? Or can you just go? Can you walk basically everywhere?
Won't be able to make that jump.
There might be a time when you finish like a main mission and it takes you back to like a location or something like that. But generally that would be even like you would finish whatever action sequence there was, and it usually would give you time to like loot everything, and then you would have to talk to a character to like initiate a cutscene, and it might transport you back, but I can't specifically remember it doing that to me.
Yeah,
But there's no quick time events.
No, okay, that's good. But no, I was just curious if there was like there's a few moments in Death Stranding where you like get on a boat to go from one place to the other. It's like a little...
Oh no, okay, you do it once. You do it once. There's an island in this game which, you know, if you want to go hang out with Blake, I guess. If you know what I mean.
Even know what you're getting at there.
Yeah, and then the first time you visit that island, you take a boat, I think, and it's just a cutscene.
So, are there Rastas in this universe?
Me? No.
See, these are the guides that I would write.
That's a Cortex guy.
Are there Rastas in Horizon Forbidden West?
I
don't know.
still
Are they in
sometimes
Zero
give
Dawn?
it. I sometimes still say Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn 2. I'm glad that they called it something else. It's just Horizon.
Yeah.
Is the game.
Yep.
That's cool.
Horizon series. I like
Yeah.
it.
I can dig it.
Kinda
It looks
weird.
really smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth.
The tracks of the enemies give me a Bugsnax vibe.
Oh yeah.
I can see it. Now I'm gonna slowly wait for this guy to like make another lap around his little track here
Like,
I think
he gets to go
and blow his ass up.
like Panthers.
I think I mentioned that I don't know what it was. Definitely one of the machines that's like modeled after a dinosaur. It was giant, and I spent like I tried to go after it when I was like level 12, and it was like level 48 or something nonsense like that. And I sat in a bush like you're sitting there now, and would shoot it with a single arrow, which would make it go, "What's happening?" And then I would wait for that curiosity to expire, and then shoot it with another arrow. And it took me 2 hours. But I just wanted to see if I could actually kill that machine that I had absolutely no business interacting with.
Nice! The magic of the open world. See? That was very satisfying. And we're sitting in this bush for a couple of minutes there. There's a couple more of these guys. I don't have...
You can use your
stuff.
focus, though.
Yeah, here, what I'll do is...
Well, there's... you're just pinging a radar, I think, and then focus is actually holding it down. Generally, when I get into a combat situation, I always, like, press R2 on every machine, and then I get a little tag that I can see.
Yeah. Get a visualizer. Oops.
Yeah, it just gives you an idea if they're walking around beside you or something. That machine absolutely knows you're there, and you're gonna fight now, so...
That's why, because I want to get a sneak attack off on this one before we can get
Before
to
it all breaks loose, yeah. Oh, you got stuck on something.
Yeah, that's weird. Stay
I did
down.
have a hard time. This is where the colorblind thing became an issue for me. Is like some of the ways that when you use your focus, it highlights parts of the machine. Like if it was
yeah, the weak spots.
really bright, if there was lights near it, I had a hard time like seeing that. Sometimes it was fine. It just really depends on the time of day and the weather.
Yeah, I could see how that'd be an issue.
Control console might be in.
And you said there's also like not colorblind settings, right?
There are not. I'm quite optimistic that they will be added, because I think that anyone
This place to
would
myself.
be like, okay, that we messed that up. We're gonna fix that. You know.
Yeah,
I
you
hope.
think so?
Okay.
I look at
Wish
that.
those machines
So to
didn't
take
blow.
those 3 out without any major scuffle. Didn't have to call Varl in to save mine.
It's an entirely different game, but that is a gameplay loop that I love in Hitman. Is like you can get bogged down in like sitting in stealth in Hitman for a long period of time, and it kind of after a while you're like, all right, I'm really tired of standing here. But once you kind of put it together and you can be stealthy, but you can be fast, like that's very satisfying. Like I managed to do this perfectly, but I also didn't have to wait there an hour.
Climb the tower to find a way to disconnect them.
Yeah, exactly. And it kind of gave me that little bit of Hitman vibe, like setting my trap, getting their pattern, and kind of watching it all come together. Alright. Let's keep this thing moving along.
Scanning with my focus could help here.
Yeah, this could help here.
I'm getting Turok Dinosaur Hunter vibes here with all this fog and the robot dinosaurs.
Honestly, Us, if you were saying you want to see more games in this engine, give me just a straight, like, Dinosaur Hunter game in this engine. Like, you can take out the, like, futuristic robot stuff. Just give me, like, Jurassic Park, the video game. Same kind of grassy, overgrown environments.
They could straight up just reskin this game and be like, here you go.
What if you had to hold the right and left trigger just to walk? What do you think of that?
Not
use of this engine? Is that a good use of this engine?
You're on the right path, Donovan. It's just wonky. Like trying to jump up there. That's correct. I also got stuck on that.
I'm like,
I know. We can't make a new Turok. Turok was lightning in a bottle. We can't capture it again. It's gone. But a Dinosaur Hunter, like Donovan's point, just like a game where you
call it whatever you want. I mean, if you can get the Universal license, just call it Jurassic, whatever. I don't know, but I would very much like that. That'd be fun.
I do not care what you call it. Just
yeah, just give me the damn dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's like scale bound at this point. Like I just want a giant dragon game.
You know what I think is a gold mine that's not being realized? Is I wanted to see Rockstar just literally pull all of the story out of Red Dead and just make the world, like just make a survival game out of the world and just be like, here you go.
Oh, they just went full survival with it? I mean, they might as well.
I mean, you could just do it as well. You don't have to like take anything away from Red Dead. You could just be like, oh, by the way,
that could just be a mode that you
just like here's camping and hunting and fishing and survival in this world with these assets.
TJ, you're right. Dino Crisis. That's what we need. We need Dino Crisis in the RE engine. But I would also take a dinosaur game in this engine. All I'm saying is more Decima engine games.
This should be the right spot.
Man, watching you with some of this parkour is actually quite satisfying.
Yeah, you're good.
It's good when get the flow over here. Ooh, let's go in here. Am I supposed to? Yeah. Alright.
One down.
Just need to climb higher.
Detach the second set of cables. Scaling an ancient rickety tower.
That sounds like a
with machines
feature.
waiting down
Just,
below.
we want more dinosaur games.
Yeah, I love me a good dinosaur game.
Then we could have a category for best dinosaur games once they start making enough of them.
That'd be the dream fully realized.
Yeah.
Supply chest. Wait, no, I was over here. I was in a circle.
Did you? No, you didn't.
Oh, wait, did I?
No,
Okay.
you didn't. No, you
Okay,
didn't.
I thought I did.
It looks the same, but you went higher.
I see.
There's the other connector.
I'm watching carefully for when you.
Alright. Oh, nice. That's great.
Sam's gonna be mad at you for killing snakes.
Yeah, I know he's gonna be like, oh, what's wrong?
He would have been like, you can just pick it up and move it. What are you doing?
Yeah, let's take it out back.
I mean, you are destroying a lot of property.
Yeah, he doesn't own property.
Yeah, who really owns property in a post-apocalypse?
I'm sure somebody
Whoever
will.
wins the fight.
Some guy comes out at the end of this game and is like, "Hey, you, Alloy, you got a lot of nerve. Breaking all my stuff."
It has a deed from like 1,000 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
It's chemical plants.
Whoa. That
Oh,
was
boy.
I like how
close one,
TJ's
Alloy.
just gone fully into like dinosaur mode.
I would love it if they did that. That would just give
You
it
didn't
to
really
me.
think you were gonna get out of this. That
You know,
easy, did you?
I didn't want to jinx myself, but when they were all getting crushed in my head, I was like, is there going to be like the one that doesn't die all the way or something? But I didn't want to say it out loud, so I was like, I didn't want to
Scan
do
it.
that.
You want to scan it?
I guess I should get a weak point on this thing or something. Huh?
Weak spots.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's awful. That's so bad. Oh,
So
God.
those rocks are pretty good to stand behind until they're not. There you go. There you go. Shoot that. Whatever that was. Under its
Underbelly.
neck. Yeah. I think that thing, I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything, but that is where the poison's coming from, and if you destroy that, it will stop poisoning you.
Please. Priority. Right now. Holy shit. Okay. You see, you said like the rocks were good for now, and I was like, okay, he's getting a
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah,
think
yeah.
I saw that coming.
That was like
Yeah.
a damn.
That's awesome, man. I love destructible environments. It's
Yeah.
great.
It's actually kind of a neat little boss fight, to be honest.
Oh no, these things are the worst. Where's Varl at?
No, he's stuck. You gotta do this on your own.
Your buddy. You're like, where's my buddy?
Oh, there you go. You broke something off of it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh.
I don't know what you broke off of it, but you broke something.
No! There's one of these gears that are like turning under its.
Oh, you missed. That's a whiff.
Yeah.
Oh, you got another piece of it. Oh no. Do you have any more berries? Just press the berry button.
You almost dead.
No!
Alright, it's down. There you go. There you go. Of course, I'm celebrating things that have already happened in Donovan's
Yeah, yeah.
new troubles by the time I'm congratulating him.
Yeah, they're like, congrats, and I'm like, I'm
Spoiler
not gonna
alert, but
live!
there is a crate next to where you were just shooting your bow that has a potion in it. You could eat if you
Did you do it?
Good.
Did you do it, Donovan?
I.
What are you just repeatedly stabbing that thing? Yeah, you are. I didn't
okay.
have that much success with it, but you.
I was gonna say, I think I'm doing pretty good damage to this.
Okay, so that
yeah.
you have to. That's the cycle. You have to do it again now.
I think he's at like half HP maybe, somewhere around there.
It's at half.
Oh, God, that was awful. I should have rolled like 2 seconds earlier. Oh, nice.
You
Nice.
did all right though. There you go. Oh, you
That
killed
was
it.
satisfying. I hope so. Doesn't look good.
Oh no.
does not look good.
I mean,
This
it's
looks
probably,
very alive.
It's not gonna poison you probably, but it's gonna beat the crap out of you.
It's got a needle.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the stinger. Kill the machine. We'll do it.
Do you know how hard it is to hit that stinger? I just fought one of these like earlier today, and like when it's moving around, like actually trying to land those crits on a tail of a snake is a pain in the ass. There you go. Drink that. Drink and roll.
Oof.
That's like me in Breath of the Wild, man. I cooked so many
No.
fucking hearty truffles. You can do it, Donovan. You might have to kill some
You need
other
more
people.
ammo, Donovan. You need more ammo.
Yeah, I'm like, there's so much going on. Oh no.
Okay, on the ground is a heavy weapon from this machine that you could pick up. If you can actually pick it up, and it's literally sticking out of the ground. And if you pick it up, you can blast this thing with that weapon.
I'd very much like to do that.
It's
Oh, it's so hard
Right.
to lift up.
yeah, it's slow.
Oh, this is
Fire,
great.
Donovan, fire!
Oh, this is good. Nice. Stupid thing. Oh,
Oh, you're doing damage though. You're doing damage. This is way more effective than shooting it with the toothpicks.
Oh no, I'm gonna die. No, I have nothing to heal with.
No.
No! No! Oh god, I was so close. Damn. Slitherfang killed me. Its main weakness is Frost. Oh, well, I'd use
Do
zero
you have to
Frost
start
attacks.
over again?
I do, yeah.
All the way at the beginning of the game? Oh no.
Oh no, oh god, no. That would have been end of stream. I would have been like, alright, thanks for hanging
Well,
out.
this was a fun game. I'm out.
Well, that's not that final. The penalty is just the beginning of this boss.
Yeah.
I think you can have your stuff back. Like, I don't think it takes, like,
Yeah, I'll be alright. Damn,
What's
okay.
this game's Hardy Truffle?
That's a good question. I would also like to find an answer out to that at some point here. Okay, you know what I need to make is these Frost Blasts because it speaks to that. I didn't use any of these last time.
There you go.
I do pick the worst times to do things.
I like that you slowed down time to get hit, though.
Yeah, like literally. It's...
Oh, it doesn't like that. Okay. This is good. And you can see the frost buildup.
Yeah. I know it is weak to this stuff.
Whoa, there you go. You got out of the way.
Learning slowly but surely.
It's really just timing, right? Like, you just keep rolling through
Oh,
that.
this is sick.
Don't...
Watching Aloy just like run in slow motion. It's pretty
Yeah. That's fucking dope. And the fire in slow-mo?
cool. Yeah.
That's really fucking cool.
Ooh. Come on.
Game looks clean.
I'm really liking it. I'm probably
Yeah,
actually
I'm
gonna
excited.
spend a lot of time with this.
I was just like, I'll stop by and watch some of this
I'm just
with
gonna
you.
keep making these frost bombs because I like how this is going right now.
You have enough to make a couple. I think you can do another pack, basically, after this.
Yeah, shit. Just want enough to get through this fight, and then we'll worry about everything else later. Oh, there you go. Some critical strikes in here. I love how you like see the pieces falling off of it. It's all very,
Yeah, that's what I
very
mean.
well
Like
done.
destruction.
Yeah.
You actually see like, materials fall off of the things you've blown up and stuff.
Mhm.
The way the rocks all fall apart. It's all very impressive.
Whoa, there you go. There you go.
Oh, well, this is just the
This
midway
is- this
point.
is- yeah, it's getting this. You've pissed it off now. Yeah.
That's where the needle comes out.
Yeah.
I remember.
I'm skipping that damn cutscene.
Damn it, it broke free. I gotta take this.
I mean, I feel like you can't make any more bombs. I'll tell you that. You're out of those.
Yeah.
But you can. You got arrows. So.
Or my focus might find something I can use around here.
We're playing a dangerous game here.
You're telling me.
That thing.
Oh great, I love rolling in the lightning.
Oh. Huh. Keep trying to. Wow, it is so pissed at you. I don't remember it being this mad at me. I don't know how you do that little parkour move that you do. Wait, that gun's on the ground again. It drops
is.
that at the midway
like-
point, but you have to get it. That's the problem.
Yeah, my point is like I have to get to it. Oh boy. Rolling is my friend. Rolling is my friend.
Yep.
I mean, there is no rush, right? There you go, there you go, there you go.
Yeah.
And if you can hit it in the neck again, because the last time you transitioned to this part of the phase by destroying its neck.
That's true.
There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go, there you
Come
go,
on.
there you go. Just absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Time to drop it.
Let's go. Okay. I think that was.
That's it.
Okay. Thank God.
You
Now
did
that's actually harder than a lot of fights because you
That was
don't
good.
really have a lot to use. Like pretty soon your
Oof.
weapon wheel is gonna be full, so you
You
can.
did it? You did the thing?
He
I
did
the
it.
thing. I killed that wretched. Ooh, I can still loot it too. That's satisfying.
And you're gonna want to, because that thing
Metal
probably has
shards,
stuff on it.
braided wire, metal bite, sturdy
It
hard
might have a
plate.
GPU or two in there.
It's got like a couple 3090s.
3090s. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
This will be the most
Yeah.
popular game.
It was
ever if
actually
it's got
just a
3090s.
crypto mining rig the whole time.
Oh no. Alright, that was good. I actually really like that boss fight. That was a good challenge
Yeah.
too for like the first major boss fight of the game. That was kind of hard. Alright, I've got some.
Teaches you. It's a
more-
good boss fight because
Oh.
it teaches you a lot of the core mechanics of the game.
I like the heavy weapons. They're good. And I think you're... actually, you know what you should do? You should spend your skill point if that's a possibility.
I was gonna say it
Because the
did.
skill menu is super cool.
Yeah, it just popped up and told me that I had some menu. Okay. Interesting.
So there's 6 categories. So you can kind of like lean into like your playstyle. So like I went Hunter Infiltrator, which is like stealth and range.
Yeah.
But like you could, if you wanted to do melee, you could do warrior. If you wanted to like lay traps all over the place, you could do.
Yeah.
They're pretty.
Donovan's
self-explanatory.
probably a trapper based on how I've been watching his
I
game.
kind of, yeah, I was very intrigued by the traps. I could see a lot of potential in that, so I might. It probably won't be. It's not gonna be my first upgrade. I'll probably just do Hunter for now, but I'm definitely gonna put some
Yeah,
points in the
Hunter
trapper
makes
tree.
sense. Everyone
One thing
uses
that
bow.
this game does, like, there are boss fights, and so there are times when you straight up can't hide, right? So,
Yeah.
like, you definitely do need some offensive options when you're moving like you just were.
Yeah. Okay. That was
And
my
then
one
that
skill
little
point.
circle in the middle of the
Oh, this
skill
thing goes
tree
pretty
is
deep.
your Valor Surge.
Oh, power shots. Supposed to resolve, do more damage. So. Okay. Alright, this thing goes deep, and this is 6 of these, so I see Trapper, Quick Trapper. Okay, see, I was literally wondering, I was like, I wonder if you can place these traps faster. That's gonna be very important. I need to get that next.
Yeah,
That will
that's
probably
what
be
I was
my-
thinking.
There's actually one of the skills actually makes you take less damage when you run into your own traps because you'll put them
Oh,
on the
really?
field and, like, yeah, and you'll run around from the boss and you'll hit yourself.
Well, that's how I died that first time, Bill, when I was setting that trap, and the one thing came and, like, shoulder checked me. It blasted me, like, into my own trap.
Yeah,
And,
like,
yeah, so that
if you
was-
had that skill, you might have survived that.
Yeah.
Heal the blight.
Might have came out on the other
Later
side.
in the game, you'll survive that. But yeah, that's it's pretty. It's actually
Okay.
it's pretty long first mission too, honestly.
Yeah, I would also say so. We're I think we're making decent progress here. But I forget. Ooh,
Close.
I like the lighting in here. Am I supposed to go down? I think so. I'm gonna assume so.
I like how you're like, I don't need stairs. It's fine.
Yeah, if I can survive the fall. Some looting.
I didn't spend a ton of time reading and listening to these data points, but the ones I have, like, there's actually some really deep lore and some cool stories, and like, you can learn about the people that inhabited facilities like this and worked in these facilities, and there's actually some really cool stories that obviously lean a little bit more on the tragic side because we know what happened
Yeah.
to bring us to this point, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's here.
I'm pretty sure that, like, there's TJ, there is a sharp shot bow. I don't know what you mean by percussion arrows.
Hi.
There's definitely arrows that explode or basically cause, not an explosion, so to speak, but yeah, I guess more of like a concussion kind of reaction.
Mhm.
Yeah, we don't like
Yeah, this
Travis
guy.
Tate. Like, fuck this guy.
Oh man,
His
that
V-neck,
is a
his hair,
douchey hologram
his
right there.
his haircut, like everything about him just screams like.
Bruh.
Yeah, the first time you see him, you're like, nope, don't like him. Like, there's zero question that that is someone you will not get along
Is he
with.
taking a selfie right now?
I don't know.
He might be recording. Oh, yeah. Either way, irredeemable.
Oh. Okay, so at this point he's destroying, I think, the thing you're looking for.
What a d-bag.
Yeah, that's an ass.
Ferdinand's terrible.
But it's the mother of all logic bombs. So good luck repairing your data. And next time
I like that there was almost certainly a meeting where they were like, "Can we make this guy look like more of an asshole?"
Yeah, like, what are all the
Like,
traits
they
that
were
make
like-
a real good
Yeah.
D-bag?
And they're like, "I know, I know what we can do with the hair."
That legit is AJ Hawk's hairstyle.
It does look good. Look like AJ.
That's just Josh Donaldson from like 2016
man.
right there.
I'm telling you, man, that's AJ Hawk's hairstyle.
Goddess.
There
Big
is
I like
Varl is-
Varl.
Hey,
I'm a big
Varl.
Varl fan.
I like Varl too. I mean, he was nowhere to be found, and I was getting destroyed by that giant snake.
Yeah,
but
where,
other than that,
where
he's
did
been
he go?
he's pretty great.
It's nothing but a fake.
When the world needed him
Meanwhile-
most, he vanished.
Donovan was just waiting for like the halfway point of the boss fight where Varl would just drop kick the snake and
Like, hey,
end the
dude,
fight.
Yeah, dude. He's
where
been
were you when I was fighting that giant snake, dude?
he's been my Deus Ex Machina up to that point, and then he just kind of
He
fucked
bailed on
off.
me.
Ooh.
Aloy
That shot's
told him to
gorgeous.
stay away. That she was like, "Wait here."
I know, but
You're never supposed to
Come
stay
on.
away. When people tell you to stay away, it's, you know.
I would be like, "Stay away," and then I would be the same person to be like, "Where were you? What? You told me to stay away." Well, yeah, that was until I was fighting a snake.
Yeah, it's like, I almost died out there, dude.
Situations
It was
change.
pretty amazing to see you fly off that tower and blow up the entire basin.
The thing is,
This is a good looking cutscene.
there's going to be more of that.
whole game, man, it's very
A lot of
impressive.
leads, Varl. But I have to keep searching. And fast. And whatever risks I have to take, I will. And it doesn't make sense to have someone with me. Someone who might get hurt. This is on me,
This patch he's
Varl.
got on his chest.
Nobody else.
Hold on.
Without getting into details as to why, I was a little jealous when I read someone describe this game as basically like Ocean's 11.
Discovered from the old world.
Really?
Things no one else
Yeah,
understands.
and I was like, yeah,
He
it
gave
is.
the lance you used
It
to
is.
Huh.
defeat Hades.
He's gone.
Okay.
Varl.
Like in the more of like in the gang, if that makes sense, you know,
But
Yeah,
Spark,
yeah.
Mr. Mirage,
Yeah.
You
Okay.
have to get the team
Or-
together to pull
or the Goonies, you know, like it has that like you're
ultimate
really gonna
camper.
you're gonna dig the posse
Plus,
for
you
sure.
get to see some friendly faces.
Are you gonna
Yes.
find treasure?
Yes,
Okay.
I love treasure.
I guess
there's
it's
treasure.
There's treasure.
You've got a long walk ahead.
Just down
Kinda
there.
see-
PS5 hair mechanics.
Is it just GPUs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just all the GPUs in a pallet?
Wouldn't that be amazing if at the end of this game that was like you were just saving GPUs and ending the chip shortage?
Yeah, chip shortage at the end of this game. Game of the year.
Find the abandoned warehouse of 3090 Ti's.
There would be wars fought over that.
There are. That's
This
why
was-
this is a post-apocalypse, Bill.
Yeah.
That's why we're still talking about 3090s.
Son, it's true. She's come back.
I like these guys that we're riding on here. These robot bulls or horses, whatever these are.
So they're nice
You earned this
robots.
welcome. You saved them.
These.
They're only nice when you put your spear in them and make them nice.
Okay, we're doing like an avatar thing.
Make way.
Whoa. These guys don't look very Horizon.
Murad, Aloy has an urgent matter to discuss. Dashane. That makes two of us.
There's actually another aspect. Like, there's so many things about this game that, like, if I wanted to write 3,000 words in a review, I probably could have talked about more of it, but I actually kind of dig the way it handles religion versus science as well, because there's
Uh-huh.
definitely, like, a lot of religious tribes that basically, like, they worship machines as gods kind of thing.
Save this all to be sure.
Yeah.
And that's
We're still cleaning up.
and then there's Aloy who like kind of knows the science behind everything, and there's times when you can see that she's grappling with like just being like, dude,
Happened right after the solstice.
that's like a
We
robot
were
chicken.
able to explain
Chill
it
out,
away,
you
thanks to
know?
Sun.
That's good. I like when games and movies and stuff like this do that, right? Because I mean, in a post-apocalyptic setting, you'd imagine that would have some pretty big implications on religion and spirituality. So I think
Yeah,
it's cool that
absolutely. Like
take
they
that
don't
stuff
like
on.
when they hear
Also
like
funny, like it's people worshiping machines, not like deities anymore.
One night.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Well-
the console wars.
There's like they worship
This
PS5.
chicken is the. I love this chicken, yo. It's way better than that other chicken.
Much to my dismay, they said the light
You talk about my iron rooster.
My iron rooster versus your titanium chicken.
What do you think happened?
I don't know. The spire's supposed to send out signals.
That's like the South Park where there's like different atheist factions that are all warring with each other.
I'm sure I cut the connection to that thing.
I like that this dude has a piece of metal machine stuck to his forehead for some reason, and I don't rightfully have any idea what it's for, but it makes perfect sense to him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the brown guy, right?
He's got a.
He is far from the only person to wear metal on their head in this game. It's pretty common.
There's your close-up. I'm manipulating my camera to see what he's got.
Have you tried
here.
photo mode yet? Is it even open for you yet?
Oh, I haven't tried photo mode. That's a good idea.
I couldn't hear him right because I don't want to lose my mind hearing your voice. Your voices twice, but is this the brown faction, Bill? Like, is this like were they like the Indians or are they more like natives?
No, there's definitely more than one faction.
There's actual. Wow, that's neat.
Yeah, there's
But do they
I
all
wouldn't-
worship robots?
No, I don't think all of them do.
That's cool.
I don't think all of them do, but some, like, for example, like at certain points, there's technology left over, there's radio signals left over from like the old world essentially, and they don't know what a radio signal is. They just know that something is speaking, so they can't explain it, and then thus it can become like part of the religious, beliefs. And Aloy's like, that's just a walkie-talkie, buddy. She's actually like pretty respectful for the most part, which I thought was cool because they easily could have just made Aloy like shrug and be like, "Oh, it's not a god, it's just a machine."
Yeah,
but she kind of respects. She doesn't just like walk around shitting on people for what they believe.
She's polite.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Respected. I like Aloy. She's my favorite Fortnite character.
That's a good hero. A good hero is like that,
She does grapple with it at times though. Like and it's pretty early on, but there's like I think it's, I don't know if it's a main quest or a side quest where she's essentially like trying to convince somebody not to do something really stupid for the reasons that they believe like a machine is a god. And then she has to like resort to like, listen, dude, it's a machine. Oh, and they're not hurting themselves. She's like, okay, cool.
Your spirit is disintegrated?
Yeah.
I don't think that was yours. I think it was different.
Yeah, I yanked it out of this little
This is basically picking up from where the last game ended at this point, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't finish the first one. I played a bunch of it, but I didn't finish it. Yeah. But that big tower thing, I think you essentially killed something in it or neutralized something in that big tower up there. And now everyone's like, things have gone badly. You gotta go check it out.
Some more exciting parkour action and
you do a lot of climbing actually in the missions, for sure. They're still trying to teach you how to do it, so.
Still need a little reminder here and there. It's gonna be a while. It's rough going from like open world game to open world game because I keep doing weird stuff like with the Pokemon control still in my head, like crouching and rolling and whatnot. It's all completely different inputs.
Also, jumping between Nintendo and PlayStation controllers is weird.
Just not the best mix right now.
I've been struggling with that with a review I'm doing right now. Can't talk about it.
How to cross over to the spire.
You've been struggling with Redacted?
Yeah. So
yeah, this is looking really clean.
Yeah. Heavy hitter for sure. I will probably sink a decent amount of my upcoming days here into this.
Yeah, this seems like a game this year.
And to think that we're getting what might be another one next week. Got Elden Ring is coming next Friday, just a week away. It was pretty
I
wild.
mean, that game's not gonna be for everybody.
Oh no, for sure.
But it's one of those games that the folks that like it are going
Oh no,
to go.
they're super stoked.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, I think this game probably has a broader appeal. Is all I'm saying.
Oh, absolutely, it does. Yeah.
That's
Because this
all-
is kind of like create your own adventure. Like, you know, you could
And,
be the
like,
stealth player.
Yeah, this is big for Sony to have like a really good first-party title in the first quarter here.
Yeah. It is funny though. Like,
Last year wasn't great for their first-party lineup. This year looks a little more stacked.
I do hope that if they do a Horizon 3, they can find a peaceful month to release it in, because what Horizon Zero Dawn released alongside Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
This one's coming out in like the busiest month, the busiest February we've seen.
Yeah. I really unfortunate timing of the launches, but the game still sells well because I think first party Sony games are usually high quality, and the fans usually support them.
Yeah, PlayStation fans are all over that.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I think this is like a huge day for PlayStation fans, honestly.
The PS5 I bought tonight was the Horizon Forbidden West bundle.
Oh, nice.
So
It's dope.
There's a
So
lot
I
of
actually-
spears being shoved into robots.
there was a
Yeah.
time.
Good amount
I
of
wish I
coding.
was recording when this happened. I was trying to override an animal, and it doesn't matter where your spear goes. Like, it's whatever angle you approach it from. It could be in like the breastbone, it could be in the side. I definitely put my spear straight in that animal's butt and overrid it, and it was just weird. It was the first and only time that I ever just hit it at that exact wrong angle. But I was like, oh god, this looks very bad.
Yeah, like there's no like, I don't want to say there's no loading. There's loading in this game, but they hide it extremely well, where it's seamless.
Yeah, and
It's
Good.
excellent. Like what they're doing is impressive.
once you're in the open world too, if you're not going
Yeah.
mission to mission, there is no cutscene, and there's really no loading in there.
Well, that's what I just mean the way it's been flowing, like for Donovan, like between gameplay and cutscene, like it's been very seamless. There's no
Yeah.
there's no hiccups. There's no like, I don't know. It just seems more immersive than a lot of other games. Hey,
Yeah,
look, another
Hey.
hologram.
It's really good.
I can excuse this hologram. I like Lance Riddick.
I mean, if there was like a recurring stream of this game, you could turn it into a drinking game and just drink every time you see a hologram.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you'd get fucked up.
You'd have a fine time.
You'd already be buzzed.
Yeah, for real.
Every time something
If you-
gets
if you
stabbed
did
with a
that-
spear.
If you did that during this YouTube video, go back, start over.
Yeah,
You'll have a
here,
fine time.
here are your drinking game rules at the end, the
Yeah.
final few minutes.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
That's how
TJ's
it-
just drinking.
TJ's like, I'm already here. What do you want? No. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how confined
This
You
is
know, for
good.
the folks at home, now that it's over, go watch it again. How about you sub to our channel too?
Yeah, something to consider, you know. Drop a follow, drop a sub, depending on the platform that you're viewing on here. Probably gonna finish this story beat and then start to wind down. Not sure what's coming next, but
Yeah, there's really no logical.
good.
Like, if you were to continue, you would be like, well, let's play for 2 more hours, which you don't want to do. So. This is actually like it was pretty good timing because I think you're kind of wrapping up. Pretty in a logical place here.
that looks wicked.
Yeah.
The way the structure is.
TJ's rattled.
Violence, F this guy. I knew he'd be back to mess up our day. But TJ, Lance Reddick is so cool. How can you hate him?
Well, I will say this, TJ. There's a lot of nuance to that character, and don't assume to understand it. It's good.
Yeah, that was good though. I think I'll probably stop there. I'm not going to start the next mission. I think it's
Yeah.
probably as good of a starting point as any. But I really like it. As somebody who I just pretty much essentially missed out on the first Horizon, I was still looking forward to this one, and that is very fun. In the 2 hours I've played, I am very excited about the coming days to dive further into that one.
Yeah, I think you're going to enjoy it. I think most people are going to enjoy it. It's really well done. So I'm glad that people agree because I was like, anytime I praise a game super high, I'm always like, am I crazy? Is there like an aspect here where I'm just the only
Uh
person in the world that's gonna like this? But I'm glad that it's turning out that I'm not crazy. So
No, this
Yes.
game's really good.
Yeah.
It looks awesome and fun, and that you killed the giant snake, the robot snake. You did it.
I did. I'm very happy I got that done on stream. I was like, I really hope that this doesn't like end my run here getting destroyed by this snake repeatedly.
Hmm.
But it also it's feels like it's just a warning of what's to come with some of the bosses. So
For real.
um
And you also got killed by that like robot water buffalo at one point, so that was funny.
yeah, so, you know, some
I don't know what that
But
was.
it's kind of like Breath of the Wild though. It's not a whole lot of penalty to death in this. Like you just kind of start out where you were, right?
I was a
yeah.
little concerned because manually saving is only done at a campfire.
Hmm.
But the game autosaves so frequently that like it's not an issue. Like I guess maybe there could be a situation where if you're in the open world and you're not really doing anything, like you could lose 10 minutes or something, but I've never done that, so no, it's pretty good that way, for sure.
Yeah. So in a world like that, there's not a whole lot of penalty to death, and that just sounds refreshing compared to what Elden Ring is going to be.
No,
Yeah.
and
That's gonna
they
be
create a it actually tells you,
That's kind of my point
yeah,
about
it actually tells
the
you in
difference
the
between these two games coming out. You know what I mean? Like why I think there's a place for this game, even though it's going up against Elden Ring.
I think you can actually change the difficulty. I don't know if you can do this, Donovan. Maybe you could actually look before you end. But if you go into settings, I think the difficulty. I don't know if you can stop Aloy from dying at all. But I believe like if you go down to difficulty and choose custom, and you can just put it back on normal when you want. But it opens up. Custom will open up, or I guess story is opening up like a bunch of like sub options where you can like really customize it,
yeah.
uh, so that you don't have. Essentially, like if you don't want to have to look around for things, or if you don't want to have to press the heal button, it's got fully customizable button mapping for the controller, so you can adjust whatever you need to from accessibility from that standpoint. So it's actually really good.
Okay. I have to think around some of those options when I go to play some more. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I mean, before we sign off here, as I also mentioned, I mean, follow, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. You should definitely do that. Be sure to check out Shack Pets. Your little plug there, free on iOS and Android. It's like 10 different pets, just a lot less toxic, a lot more enjoyable. Um, yeah, I am Donovan Erskine, news editor here at Shacknews. Thank you, Bill and Asa, for stopping by. Thank you, Sam, if you're still listening, for stopping by. I'm gonna sign off here, but Shacknews will be back with a lot more exciting live streams later today, since it is technically already Friday. But we will see you then. So take care.
Bye.